Periva Sharanam, Deivathin Kural, Book 6, Devi Paramana Punya Ilakkiyam, Sacred Literature addressed to Ambaal. For the reasons explained in the past, since the Vedic times, traditionally in our country, God has been viewed in the form of mother. Sri Suktam, Durga Suktam, Devi Suktam, then the one about Ushas, that is dawn, about the Atithi, guest, and Ratri, night, are all addressed to the mother. Out of the 108 Upanishads, 3 are meant for Ambaal, or about God in the form of the universal mother, namely Bhavrushopanishad, Tripuropanishad, and Bhavanopanishad. In Mahabharata, Arjuna has prayed to Durga Devi. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the women of Vraj, especially the unmarried girls, take a vow of abstinence throughout the month of Mrigashirsha, praying to Ambaal, known as the Pavai Nonbu in Tamil, in which they sing shlokas in the praise of Ambaal, which says, "O you with the name of Katyayani, who is a great power of delusion and has the suzerainty over the yogis, be kind enough to make the son of Nandagopa my husband." They are wishing that Sri Krishna should become their husbands. In fact, Rukmini later goes through this very process and becomes the wedded wife of Sri Krishna. Great rishis such as Hayagriva, Agastya and Durvasa have composed and written praying to Ambaal. So also Kalidasa was a great devotee of Ambaal who has written many devotional stotras. In Tevaram, Tiruvasakam and Tirumarai songs as well as Nalayira Divya Prabandham, while worshipping Shiva and Mahavishnu, Ambaal and Lakshmi are also included repeatedly. Arunagirinatha also in his Tirupugar and Tiruvugappu songs has not left out bringing in Ambaal, Valli and Devayanai wherever he could. In one of the oldest books in Tamil literature by the name of Aintinaigal, there is description of Palai, a geographical type of arid land. In Palai, they traditionally worship God as Kottravai, which is nobody else but Ambaal only. In the Amman Sannidhi of temples of Tamil Nadu, the special puja on Fridays, known as Shukravara Seva, are so special that one should participate in them to understand what I am talking about. In Tirumular's Tirumandiram, much has been said about the greatness of Shakti. Tayum Anavar has sung about Parvatavardhini, Akhilandeshwari and Brahannayaki. Ramalinga Swamigal has sung on Tiruvotriyur Tirupura Sundari. Kumara Guruparar has written poems on Meenakshi. Nowadays, Abhirama Antadi, a great poem composed by Abhirama Bhattar, has become rather famous in Tamil Nadu. Subramanya Bharatiyar also has sung many songs on Shakti, even on Varahi, on whom there are not many songs in later days, there are ancient stutis. Thus, the greatness of Soundarya Lahari is that it is addressed to our mother who is so close to our heart by her grace, by our Acharya, who is an amsham of her very self, that he who mainly talks about the Tattvam, also known as principle of Advaitam, that is Sans, Nama and Rupa, has composed it full of descriptions of Ambaal's form, figure and greatness, by itself is an added plus point. Say there is a king ruling over a country and he has a grown-up son. The prince, let us say, is good and equal to his father in every respect, as known to all the people. He is also quite respectful and obedient to his father. All this is okay in the eyes of the world. But if the queen were to tell her son, now that you're equal to the king in all respects, you take half the country and rule over it. That would be grossly inappropriate and not in the rightness of things, isn't it? If you slightly change the narrative and say, some enemy captures a portion of the land and the queen sends her son to go and fight with the enemy and regain control, telling him to rule over that portion. That will be quite on the level, you will agree. In certain matters, instead of directly broaching the subject, it is more prudent when indirectly but clearly the fact is alluded to. That Acharya is Ishvara Avatara was made clear to the world indirectly thus by Ambaal through the incident in which Nandikeshwara played the same part as done by Narada often in Puranas and Itihasa incidents, purposely enacted. The end in all such incidents will only be for the good of all participants. By making Nandikeshwara play the villain, it is clearly brought out that a sannyasi should not lose his calm even in adverse circumstances and not get annoyed even with an opponent. Having so demonstrated his good behavior, Ambaal made Acharya's equality with Ishvara known to the world in a delicate way by asking Acharya, that is our Sri Adi Shankara, to complete the book of poems. By this, we have been lucky to receive amongst us a book called Soundarya Lahari, in which the earlier part is superlatively rich in subtle points of Mantra Shastras, Kundalini Yoga, and Sri Vidya Paddhati, and the latter 59 verses is excellently glorious in expressions as nowhere to be seen in devotional literature. It is Shastras, poetry, and stotras combined in one. The only other work that can come anywhere near for excellence in all these three aspects is probably Lalita Sahasranamam. Periva Sharanam.